Hey, it's Jeremy again. Let's do another classic guitar rock coffee break. I kind of want to build on what we talked about the last time. Last time we talked about what I call the Ace Frehley chords, which is basically just the C shape from the caged pattern, right? So we're going to kind of add to that, but I want to add this concept. This is what I'm hoping we'll learn out of this. And for our example, I'm going to pick a common riff. I'm going to pick the riff from the beginning of Aaliyah by Donnie Iris, right? And that features a D, F, let me try that again. D, F, C, G. That's the open chord version. Okay, nothing wrong with playing that. But here's what I want you to think about. How many places on the neck, or how many different ways can I play that riff? Okay? The idea being, or what we want to gather from this is, I want to learn as many possible ways that I could play every chord, right? And there's a few reasons for that. Number one, they sound slightly different, right? This D sounds different than this D, which sounds different than this D. Same notes, but there's just a different sound because you're using different strings, you're a different fret. They're sonic differences from the different places you play. Also, and here's where the caged part comes in, right? With the caged system, actually, we very rarely play the full chord. At least I don't, because they're very clunky, right? Remember, caged is based on the C shape, A, G, E, and D, okay? And the idea of caged is you can move all of those shapes up and down the neck, right? We talked about the C shape last time. And yes, I could play that whole C shape somewhere else, but like I said in the last lesson, I'm usually only doing these like the second, third, and fourth string. That's the Ace Frehley chord, the Rolling Stone chord, the Alex Lifeson chord, whatever. All those guys in the 70s did it. That's the C shape. Now there's other shapes within the caged pattern. E, this is the one we all know because this is where we get the common bar chord shape from. That's all the E shape. Okay? And then of course the D shape. And we can slide that up. The full shape would be this. Again, you can slide that all over. So that's caged in a nutshell. We learn all of those different shapes. G is the crazy one, right? So there's a G. In order for you to play the whole shape up the neck, you got to bar this monster, and it's ridiculous. Okay? So no one hardly ever plays that whole G shape. What they wind up doing, the most common part of the G shape that I see, is actually like the A shape with this. Okay, so this would be, that would be part of the G shape, right? See what I'm doing here? Here's the full G shape. If I can get my fingers to do it, okay? Here's the full G shape. That's a very unwieldy to play. So what I see a lot of people playing is they'll just simply do this. See what I'm doing there? I'm playing that from the G shape. So it's really more like the A shape, but it gives you a slightly different inversion. Now, where am I going with this? I started talking about Aaliyah at the beginning. So let's go back to Aaliyah. Remember? D, F, C, G. I could play it that way with the open chords. What if I did this way? Okay, those are all the power chord shapes we all know. So that's another way we could do it. What if we could come clear up here and do this? Okay, so multiple ways we could do it. But here's the problem with all those methods. Other than this one wasn't too hard. The other ones, I'm sliding all over the place, right? Is there anything wrong with that? No. But let's be honest, if you're a rock star and you're up on the stage running around, it's hard to play riffs with that much movement and sliding around, right? You'll probably trip and fall down and break your guitar neck. That would be embarrassing. Plus, you got to look at the neck the whole time, which is not cool. So a good way to think about it is, how can I make this as economical as possible? How can I play this riff moving my hands as little as possible? My most popular video on my YouTube channel has almost 800,000 views, and it's talking about Billy Gibbons' lazy style. And I mean lazy in a good way, okay? Billy Gibbons is one of the all-time greats, and one of the things that makes him so great is his economic playing style. If you watch him live, he hardly moves his hands. And he does that because he's playing very economically. He's playing chunks of chords often and not the entire chord across all 6 strings, right? So let's look at this way to play the Aaliyah riff. Okay, remember, D, F, C, G. I'm going to employ some C shape from CAGED, some A shape from CAGED, and some E shape from the CAGED system. So let's look at it this way. Watch this. Watch how little my hand. First, let me play it this way. Okay, I am spanning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frets to play that riff. What if I could do it by only covering like 3 frets or 4 frets? Watch this. Okay, so a lot less movement. I could play that without looking, right? So I can run around and do my rock star moves, and I won't trip and break my guitar neck. Let's break it down really quick. Here's an A shape in the shape of a bar chord in the D position. That's the A shape of the CAGED. Okay, C shape. Okay, that's an F. I'm only playing these 3 strings, 2, 3, 4, so I don't have to fret that one, which is my root. Okay, A shape, C shape, A shape. Now it looks like an F. You could call it an F shape, but technically in CAGED that's an E shape, right? So I'm able to do that same chord progression, D, F, C, G, but I'm moving it a lot less. A lot easier than if I'm sliding across 8 frets to do it. So think about that idea of economizing your chord progressions, and the CAGED shapes, knowing those CAGED shapes will help you do that. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll do it again on our next Classic Guitar Rock Coffee Break. We'll see you. Bye-bye.